The Rockets on their way to the locker room, looking to deliver a big win for the home crowd tonight. Happy to have you with us for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. On the sidelines, Allie LaForce. Here's what the Houston Rockets have lined up on their schedule. On Saturday, they'll take on Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks. Then on Monday, they'll be matching up against Donovan Mitchell and the Utah Jazz.
The road is never the highlight of your schedule for any team. But for these guys, it is a chance to go out there, test themselves, and see how well they gel outside of home court. It could be a very valuable experience.
And let's go straight over to the sideline for a report before they tip off. Hey, Allie.
Thanks. Well, guys, Jalen Green grew up in Fresno, California. And in high school tournaments, he said, quote, nobody knew where Fresno was or how hard it is. They think it's some nice little city, but really it's not. It's crazy out there. But my support system kept me from trouble and just locked in. Brian?
Well, he stayed in the gym, Allie. Thank you. Both of these teams have assembled some promising young talent, Clark, really setting themselves up for the future.
Always fun to watch these young stars go at it against one another and see how they develop over time. I'm looking forward to watching their journeys.
And checking out the opening lineup for Memphis. Bane and Brooks out on the wing. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Morant in at the point guard position. And for the Rockets, Porter Jr. and Green are the backcourt set. Smith out there with Eric Gordon. And it's Chris in at the center position. Now here's Morant. Back to Bane. 6 on the shot clock. That's good from Jackson on the assist by Bane.
Nice way to start the game. That's where you'd like to get your shots from. The son of an NBA player, Jaren Jackson Jr. I actually played a bit with his dad, Jaren Sr. in Orlando back in the early 2000s, which means I'm old.
All right, the Rockets making a switch here. Şengün's checked in. Smith right side. Let's go with a 3. The rebound by Jackson. And the Jacksons just the latest father-son NBA duo. Lots of great ones there, Grant.
So true, B.A. The Curry family might be the best ever. The Berries, including our own colleague Brett. The Thompsons with Clay in the league currently. Just some incredible NBA families to admire.
Here's Porter. The Grizzlies making their last shot. Pass to Smith.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
That one drops, and it comes off an assist from Porter.
And there's the length of Smith at work. Playing big on the interior.
Morant, the pass to Bane. Over Green. Another shot. And it's Adams with the bucket inside.
Well, you can't give him any room to maneuver on the board because once he does, he's going to make you pay.
To the middle. Here's Smith. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
We often talk about Gordon's scoring ability, but there, great feed to an open teammate.
Morant against Porter. Adams uses the glass on the layup.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
For Houston, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Morant against Porter. Here's Smith. That one rolls around and rims out. The Grizzlies have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Morant with it. Checked by Gordon. From 12 feet, Morant with the bucket.
So good at taking what the D gives him. Morant keeping the game simple.
Outside Porter. Inside. And that one's good. Green.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Ooh, and Adams, strong finish.
And whenever Adams is aggressive on offense, it helps big time, especially when he's dunking it hard inside.
Green against Bane. Şengün. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Major posterization right there, guys. The defender gave him up way too much height. All he could do was try to get out of the picture.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Memphis leading. Here's Bain. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
And here's Porter. Against Atlanta, he was really on his game.
Wow. Smith going for a slam. He wants everyone to know that he's arrived.
Here's Morant. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Morant's got 6.
And defensively, you have to make him work harder than this, or it's going to be a long night.
You really don't want to allow him to get too comfortable, but even with stifling defense, he's going to still find a way to get it in the basket.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies, up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
The Rockets trail. Well, Clark, last year's Rockets team, very young, but man, they love to run.
They sure do, B.A. Second in the league in pace. Aggressive offensively. Houston led the league in free throw attempts. But you know what? Even those numbers could not overcome being tops in points allowed. Gave up over 118 per game. That won't get it done.
They've got Kevin Porter, Jayshawn Tate out there with Kenyon Martin. And it's Matthews in at the 2 guard. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. And here are the Grizzlies now. 10-point lead. This is their biggest of the game. They're getting their first look of the season at the Rockets in this one.
And it's no surprise they won the season series last year. They put more talent on the floor.
Yeah, there's a reason they were a playoff team. I mean, they beat the teams they were supposed to. We'll see if they can do it again tonight.
2 minutes.
Green against Tate.
In the first half. 2 minutes.
And that one's good. Green.
Boy, how about the body control of Green right there? Excellent work keeping his balance despite the contact.
Houston has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Martin misses.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
It's early in the season, but we're already seeing some teams fall short of expectations. Grant, what do these teams need to do to get back on track?
Well, first of all, they have to relax. They can't panic. It's still early in the season. But, of course, it's on the leaders of each team to set the tone. They need to make sure everyone is locked in and on the same page.
Christopher, he's checked in for Porter Jr. Williams is checked in for Memphis. Pass to Clark. There's the triple. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Down low. Deflects the pass. Williams with it. Martin picks him up. And they're pushing it up. And the ball out of play. The Rockets will have it. While we have a moment, let's check out the highest scoring teams in the league last season. Second, Memphis.
And last year, I liked watching this team operate on the offensive end. The ball movement, the patience, the confidence. You love seeing all that come together.
To the inside to stop the run. And it's laid up and in by Tate. Tate's got his first points in this one.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
Williams' shot is good.
They're really working the paint now.
There's 49 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Pass to Martin. And he jams it home with authority.
Nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
Now here's Morant. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
Here's Garuba. Count with the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed pass.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
Tillman, shooting 1.
For Houston, they've gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. Pass to Smith. The three is up. Conchar pulls it in. And they pick up 2. Conchar's got his first 2 points of the night.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half, quality shots, not wasting possession.
Checking in for the
Take a
Grizzlies.
risk with those long passes, and they're lucky the D couldn't collect it.
Jaren Jackson Jr., Dylan Brooks, Desmond Bain.
With 1 on the clock. No good on the buzzer beater. A dominating first half of play. And so far, it hasn't been close. It's the Grizzlies running away with it. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Get ready for the Jabberwocky.
Hello and welcome, everybody. It was a big first half for John Morant, and we've come to expect this.
Well, he came to play, I can tell you that much, tearing it up on offense. Young players out there, watch how he asserts himself.
Going to be interesting to see if the defense brings more doubles to try and slow him down. All right, let's take a look around the league at some of the other games going on right now. The Spurs battling in a close one against the Indiana Pacers. Second quarter being played there in a close one.
Love the action in that one so far. It might be tight all the way until the end, Ernie.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. A moment here for an injury report.
Thanks, guys. I did get some news from the Grizzlies' head athletic trainer. A bruised tailbone is what he's saying. Nothing too serious, but definitely a pain in the you-know-what. For a team just out of the gates this season, trying to establish chemistry, already they've hit some adversity, guys.
Okay, thanks for the update. Good to get that information. Now we know how things are coming along, Greg.
That's true. It's the uncertainty factor with injuries that can be so hard to handle.
And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Taylor Jenkins. Morant and Bain in the backcourt together. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. And it's Adams in at the 5 spot.
Well, you know, after he was jettisoned by the Cavaliers, Kevin Porter Jr. getting a second chance here with the Rockets. And they put the ball in his hands and believe in him. B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
And, guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
And we just had to see that mobile one drive one more time. Great stuff.
You're toasting the defense and getting in close. They'll take possessions like that one all day.
The shot's good. And Kevin Porter with an opportunity in Houston now to learn from his past mistakes.
Well, B.A., controlling his turnovers, now still a work in progress, but all these early reps will serve him well long term.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
Timeout called the Rockets.
Coach really needs to get his guys fired up and attacking the glass. They're not putting up much of a fight, and it's led to way too many second chance shots.
Let's make some noise for your Rock City Texans.
So for the Rockets, Şengün checked in for Chris. Tate comes in for Gordon, and it's Matthews in for Green. Clark is checked in for Memphis. Green comes in for Morant. And here's Porter outside. The Grizzlies pull it in. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at Dallas. They'll match up against the Mavericks. That'll be the second of 2 games on the road. Here's Jackson. And it's Memphis with another.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
Now here's Şengün. Outside Tate. For 3, Smith. And it's Bane with the rebound. The Grizzlies have got 5 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. And he banks in the layup. Bane's gotten his second bucket.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Tate's shot is off. The Grizzlies have gone 6 of 7 and appearing confident in this half. And it's Green missing.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Porter, the pass to Smith. To the paint. Here's Şengün. Nice pass. Nice catch. And a resounding dunk.
And you can see Smith has the vision. Now, it'll be interesting to watch that part of his game continue to develop.
And so it's Memphis, firmly in control with an impressive 28-point lead as the quarter ends. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. Back to the game after this break. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Memphis has gone 3 of 4 from distance in this game. Well, Grant, every team is looking for that perfect 5 on the floor, that magical lineup. In your mind, is that synonymous with small ball?
I think it is, B.A. I mean, having players that can play small, can switch on defense, obviously play multiple positions on the offensive end. It's just a combination, when executed properly, could be a nightmare for the opponent.
Washington out there with Josh Christopher. Then there's Kenyon Martin, and it's Garuba in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. And the basket by Tillman.
That's simply an outstanding play, working the size mismatch right at the rim.
And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
For 3. The shot comes out. Now Memphis takes it the other way.
2 minutes.
Jones, the pass to Williams. Over Washington. And Williams gets the bucket on the assist from Jones.
And that's an owner's manual possession to get them a good look there.
Houston has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Washington. And it's Tillman with a rebound. The Grizzlies have gone a perfect 3 for 3 here in the fourth. The Rockets pull it in. 1:39 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Martin. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though.
Yeah, it does make me look back a little bit, but I could never throw it down like that. But it sure does look good. Just look at the score differential in this one. I mean, a truly commanding and dominant performance here for the Grizzlies.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And this one concludes with their second victory of the year.
Yeah, this is far from the last word in the season series. Still 3 more meetings between them and plenty of motivation to square things up.
We know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Ja Morant.
We saw him get a lot of touches tonight, and he wasted very few of them. Really made himself the backbone of their offense.
Green's checked in for Washington, and Memphis also making a switch. Clark's checked in.
It's nice they found their rhythm here, but the clock is just not their friend.
Now they're playing with urgency, huh? They could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
This is what winning is all about, playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Adams with the ball. Checked by Gordon. Here's Williams. And out of bounds. Houston will have it.
Houston ball.
.32 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Gordon outside. Inside. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing there. Results in a great look.
Pulls it. And it's slammed in by Adams.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what, and they got it done.
Gordon outside. And so it's the Grizzlies taking care of business in this one. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. Now it's time for the New Balance Player of the Game, Ja Morant.
From the town.